Existentialism is a philosophical movement that emerged in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, and which emphasizes the individual's subjective experience of life and the search for meaning in a world that is often seen as absurd, meaningless, and indifferent to human concerns. Existentialists focus on the fundamental questions of human existence, such as the meaning of life, the nature of freedom and responsibility, and the relationship between the individual and society. They reject the idea that there is any inherent meaning or purpose to human life, and instead argue that individuals must create their own meaning through their choices and actions. Existentialism is often associated with key figures such as Jean-Paul Sartre, Martin Heidegger, and Friedrich Nietzsche, and has had a significant impact on fields such as philosophy, literature, psychology, and sociology. As an INFP, you may find several key ideas in existentialism that resonate with your personality and worldview. Here are some of them. Authenticity. Existentialism emphasizes the importance of living an authentic life, which means being true to yourself and your values. As an INFP, you likely value authenticity and may find comfort in the idea that you have the power to create your own meaning and purpose in life. Freedom and responsibility. Existentialism stresses the importance of individual freedom and responsibility. As an INFP, you may appreciate the idea that you have the freedom to make your own choices and the responsibility to take ownership of your life. Search for meaning. Existentialism is concerned with the search for meaning in life. As an INFP, you may relate to the idea that life can feel empty and meaningless at times, but that the search for meaning is a worthwhile pursuit. Emotional depth. Existentialism often explores complex emotions and experiences such as anxiety, despair, and alienation. As an INFP, you may appreciate the exploration of emotional depth and the way existentialism encourages individuals to confront difficult emotions and experiences. Individualism. Existentialism places a strong emphasis on the individual and the idea that individuals have the power to shape their own lives. As an INFP, you may appreciate the focus on individuality and the importance of personal autonomy. Who am I, and how do the actions that I take on a day-to-day basis shape the world around me? Life in itself has no inherent meaning. We have to assemble and construct meaning within our own lives. We have to interpret everything that we receive and construct a picture for our individual selves to function within. We have to create a story about our own lives and tell it to everybody else. Who is Wendell? The things we choose to hold on to becomes meaning in our own lives. The search for meaning is a central theme in existentialism, and it is often seen as a fundamental aspect of human existence. In existentialist thought, the search for meaning is not something that can be found outside of ourselves, but rather something that we must create for ourselves through our choices and actions. Existentialists argue that life can feel empty and meaningless at times, and that this is due to the inherent absurdity and uncertainty of the world. However, they also believe that the search for meaning is a worthwhile pursuit, and that it can give our lives a sense of purpose and direction. As an INFP, you may be particularly drawn to this idea of searching for meaning. INFPs are often deeply introspective and reflective, and they may feel a sense of unease or restlessness when they feel that their lives lack meaning or purpose. The existentialist emphasis on creating meaning through our choices and actions can be empowering for INFPs, who may feel a sense of agency and control in their lives when they embrace this philosophy. At the same time, the existentialist emphasis on the search for meaning can also be daunting, as it requires individuals to confront difficult questions about the nature of existence and the purpose of life. However, for many INFPs, this is a challenge worth taking on, as it allows them to explore their own values and beliefs, and to create a life that feels truly meaningful and fulfilling. Meaning really builds and transforms our lives. The things that we make as meaningful in the world direct our consciousness and our attention. So we should be careful about what meaning we build in our lives. And when I say we build meaning upon meaning, and meaning transforms into something else. So you might go through a hardship and then learn something from it, and then take that as a lesson to add to your character for the rest of time. It's like building your own character. The world devoid of meaning, but we must paint it. Existentialism places a strong emphasis on individualism, which means that it values the unique experiences, perspectives, and choices of each individual. According to existentialist thought, individuals are not just passive recipients of external influences, but active agents who have the power to shape their own lives. As an INFP, you may find this emphasis on individualism particularly appealing. INFPs tend to value authenticity, independence, and personal growth, and they may feel stifled by societal norms or expectations that limit their individuality. Existentialism offers an alternative philosophy that celebrates individuality and encourages individuals to live according to their own values and beliefs. However, existentialism also acknowledges that individualism comes with a certain degree of responsibility. According to existentialist thought, individuals are not just free to make their own choices, but are also responsible for the consequences of those choices. This can be a daunting prospect, as it requires individuals to take ownership of their lives and to accept the risks and uncertainties that come with making their own way in the world. At the same time, the existentialist emphasis on individualism can also be empowering, as it encourages individuals to take control of their lives and to embrace their own unique identities. For INFPs, this can mean exploring their creativity, pursuing their passions, and forging their own path in life, even if it goes against the expectations of others. By embracing their individuality and taking responsibility for their own lives, INFPs can find a sense of purpose and fulfillment that is uniquely their own. I think INFPs would find that these are all areas that they would naturally gravitate to. So even if you don't know what existentialism is, if you haven't studied it, these are all subjects that an INFP would have thought about for a long time, because it's within our personality to do so. How have you built meaning in your life? Tell me in the comments. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate your attention span. God bless.